Shall I clean the lens?
We got a second angle.
Shall I clean the lens?
Alright, we're gonna... Discommon or disrupt?
Yeah, why does it say disrupt on the hat?
This is what you guys do when you come to my office, you disrupt everything. Bullshit.
You
sit in the chairs and put our headphones in.
Neil.
Are you planning on spitting mediocrity all day, or are you going to stop and piss some excellence? Okay. Listen, guys, they came back. They wanted another one. We get to do another video.
How do you balance client opinions with your own creative vision for the project?
Client opinions versus our own creative vision. Okay, so pick a good client, first of all. And by that, I mean consider who you're getting in bed with, consider who you're going to work with. Because they should be hiring you for your skill set, because we are hopefully considered to be the experts. And I would say that throughout the whole process, of course, the client's going to have opinions. If we feel very strongly about something, we as the designers should be able to back it up with reason. We did this for ergonomics, or we did this to catch a light, or we did this because we had to hide something. But at the end of the day, they're still paying your check. So if the client really wants it and you have defended your position, then at some point in time, you shut up and take it. We got one question in before the noise started again. Benjamin, make more noise!
You really shave or pay someone to do it?
Yes, of course I shave and pay somebody to use a razor on me. That's more intimidating than me doing it myself.
I want to get back into designing after being in a non-design job for 5 years.
Oh, cool. Okay. Practice. So this is something that we did at the start of Discommon, and we need to start doing more, which is setting ourselves mini projects. So become your own client. Decide that you are Porsche Design and you want to make a lamp, and set yourself like a 4-day sketching project. Finish that, think about some headphones. Look at your dinner table and decide you want to try some flatware. Literally become your own client, set yourself some mini projects and critique yourself. But I think if you can make up a brand that you need to design for, then you get to practice.
All of the perfect design renders on Instagram stress me out.
Yo, they stress me out too. Okay, this is part of the problem with Instagram, is everything has to look perfect. And it's not right. First off, from a design standpoint, if you paint a turd purple, it's still a turd. I wish, and when I'm looking for new designers to work with, I look for the sketch work. I don't look for the finished product, because anybody can render something and it will look good at first glance. I want to see the construction, I want to see the lines, I want to see the thinking, I want to see the mess. If you follow our Instagram, Kevin and I communicate most of the time using thumb sketches on iMessage. And I would love it if people put a little bit more rawness to some of their Instagram sharing.
What was the key project that made you successful?
Oh, you crazy. Listen, okay, let's address this. I don't even think that we are remotely there yet. I wake up on a daily, weekly basis stressed out and anxious about our work and wondering where we're going next. I have a list of 15 clients that we can't even get in the door with, that don't even know that we exist. So to consider it successful at this point in time is just, that doesn't match up with my heart. I'm dying to do power tools. I would like to do concept work for aviation companies. We have so much more to give in the medical space. So the success side is not even something I consider. If you want to consider that financially, or if you're referencing the cars that I share on Instagram, that came from manufacturing. That came from a piece of work that nobody even sees. So that's just business strategy. But as a design firm, we're climbing up the mountain still. So we're not there.
What do you think about using sustainability as a marketing feature?
Fraught with danger, but very important. This is something that we worked on a lot at Oakley. A lot of green technologies, a lot of green processes are not what their clickbait says they are. And it is very dangerous in my mind to found your company off of those statements. So recycled plastic can be far worse for the environment than virgin material plastic can be. And I think that you have to really consider what your purpose is as a brand and how those green stories can accentuate it. For instance, Iris, which is a headphones company, one of our clients, I think they did something really noble, which was work to have 0 single-use plastics in their packaging. That is something that you can stand by quite easily because you have simply removed a shitty element from the product makeup. But with regard to things like ocean plastics and green plastics and bioplastics and stuff, man, you got to get your story down if you're going to use that as a core fundamental of your brand.
You're just gonna roll with the noise?
I just figure like we work in a coffee shop. It's noisy in here. You should try being on a Zoom call. We work somewhere where there's life going on. There's stuff happening.
Where did the parametric textures start?
Oh, technical. Okay, so back it up and I'll explain that. Parametric textures. We are known for the fact that our surfaces are interesting. That came from a twofold experience, and I actually very specifically remember when this was. There was a injection mold making company in Singapore called Mayban, and back when I was at Oakley, they presented to us this technology where a 5-axis laser could etch the surface of an injection molding tool and put a texture on it. And they did facets and kinks and ridges and all these super cool things, and it became part of the injection mold tool. So every time you shot plastic in, it came out with that texture. And I thought it was astonishing because it made the part so much more interesting. And a couple of years later, I met the guys at Neil Fay, which is the aluminum machine shop that we're partnered with. And they machined with texture all the time, utilizing the shape of the cutter, the CNC cutter that cuts things. And those two sort of experiences combined became sort of a fundamental of, I like the tactile surfaces on products where you get to feel something interesting.